is 11 a.m. Europe is 12 noon. New York, Toronto, morning 6 a.m. India, Sri Lanka is 3:30 p.m. Singapore, Malaysia, 6 p.m. Sydney, Melbourne, Australia is 8 p.m.
Thank you again for this wonderful opportunity. So hello everyone. Good morning after this beautiful meditation. And yes, so I'll directly come to a question first. What is the reason or quest behind our meditation journey? So, Kumar Swamiji, are you going to translate for...
Not now. At end of your speech.
End of your speech, he will summarize the speech.
All right.
Speech, yeah. Otherwise, it will take time. So,
okay.
End of the speech you can do.
So I come from Hindi background. I may use a little bit of Hindi words. I think
okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So
fine.
yes. Yeah. So thank you again. So yeah. So my question is like why we came into meditation, right? So is there any goal behind our journey or this meditation or our day-to-day activities, what we are doing from morning to night? So what comes in your mind? Like there may be answers. You may write down. I just requested for pen paper. If you have it, just write down, or you can just make notes on your mind. Like why we are meditating. Any 3 answers?
To have a peaceful life.
Yes. Beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Peaceful life. And maybe if you are seeking something, if you are searching something, or for, balancing everything, right? But at the end, what? There are so many pillars of life, health, education, career, finance, right? And at last, we take generally relationship at last, and later contribution, spirituality, right? So spirituality comes generally at the end. So here doesn't matter what is coming first, what is coming last, but our main motto is seeking happiness. We are doing everything for happiness. Right? So there are, terms. There are different terms like when we are meditating, when we are doing anything. So is it driven by inner core? Are we doing for our real satisfaction? Is it pulled or pushed? Pulled means it is attracting to inside, and pushed means maybe there are so many reasons, right? So we may have a lot of challenges in our life. So first, Patri sir has said to read books, right? So meditation, vegetarianism, the food habit, and reading books. So after reading books, this is maybe just the knowledge. But at last, when we practice it, when we apply it in our life, then it becomes complete wisdom. It comes out of our experience. It's not something information or knowledge from outside. There are so many information outside, but when we practice it, it becomes complete knowledge. So whenever or whatever we are learning about anything in books, or maybe we are attending so many sessions on chakras or third eye, inner healing, inner activities. So like if our life is not balanced, if we are not able to focus on our life, if we are not able to balance everything in a one base, something is missing. So what happens? There are so many sufferings, Generally, the spiritual quest, when it arises, when we have a lot of sufferings, lot of pain, inside wound. Otherwise, when we are happy, when we are child, when we are, playing throughout our school time, or we are really, we have good schooling, we have beautiful parents. Not even a single child will go for meditation, right? So when we grow up, then this thirst comes from inside. Then this searching comes from inside. So in short, if it is pushed means, I'll give a small example. Like in India, there are monks, right? So many meditators, monks, sadhu, sannyasis. So many people are there just because of their family issues, family problems. They run away from family and they go for something outside. So this is pushed. This is not pulled. Something is pushing. It's not to search inner peace. It's for, they just want to run away from the pain or pressure they have in their family, right? So lot of times what we do, we suppress all these things somewhere. We just push everything. We just keep all these things under the carpet, all these emotions, to balance everything superficially, right? So we need to really understand it. Okay, we are meditating here. Why we are meditating? Just because we have a lot of time in our, in day-to-day activities, we have finished everything, and or we really we need something. We are searching something from inside. So this is one point. And later, how we will understand that our life is truly getting transformed, or are we really transforming from inside, or we are just acting outside? Because when you will understand, we are acting outside, right? So when we are truly happy, nothing can trigger us from outside. Nothing can trigger us. But now we come to inner child. What is inner child? Inner child is something everyone, we have that inner child inside. Doesn't matter what is our body age, but there is a very small baby inside which need love, which we always need love. And when we give that love, things balance. It's not just getting love from outside, but when we are fulfilled, when we have that love inside also, we can balance everything. We can attract right thing. So here, what we desire or what we deserve, always we don't get that thing, what we are seeking, right? So just example, I have 5,000 rupees, 5,000 INR, and I am desiring something worth 5 lakhs. But if I just have 5,000, I can afford things, anything of 5,000 only, because I don't have that capacity, or in energy wise, in a frequency, when we attract any person, maybe as a husband, as a wife, or as a friend, initially things are really very beautiful. But when we get married, after maybe after honeymoon, or after 1 year of married life, then things, we feel that he's not that person whom I loved, or she's not that person, she changed. So there are so many traumas from childhood, and knowingly or unknowingly, when we uh, when we are not able to solve those things, these things become big trauma or huge pain in for the life. So why there is a need of marriage? It's not only in India. Not, I mean, most of the people here, I think they are Indian, maybe settled outside, but we know Indian culture very well, right? When we get married, there are 7 mantras or 7 promises. So these promises are based on uh, dharma, artha, kam, and moksha. So what is this? Dharma means, yes, we will walk together, we will walk hand in hand, we will support each other, and whatever we will earn, it will be based on dharma. Dharma in Hindi, I can better explain you in Hindi in one line, if you understand Hindi, that dharan karne yogya, what we perform, जो हम धारण कर सकते हैं, that is dharma, right? So, and whatever we will earn, whatever need of our family, so we will grow together in dharma. So that is the main thing, and we promise each other, right? So dharma, artha, kam, moksha, and at the end, moksha. Like moksha means what? Here doesn't mean that, I mean, here it really doesn't matter that what moksha means, because you know so many people like nirvana and all these things, but that happiness at the end, like before my last breath, if I'm satisfied, if I'm really happy, that is fulfilled life. There it means I have fulfilled my life very, I have done my all responsibilities, I have done everything very nicely, and I attracted everything very perfectly. So let's go little inside this topic of spiritual parenting, which is really very important in inner child. So as I mentioned before, like if something is triggering from outside, like if there is any fresh wound, any injury or any pain on our body, or on any body part, it will get hurt, it will trigger. Or if someone touch that wound, it will get triggered, right? And if my hand, it's perfect, if there is no wound, if someone bits also, nothing can trigger me. So the same happened emotionally, right? Like after marriage, there is generally there will be complaint like, why my wife is doing like this, why she does in this way, why my husband don't understand. So there is something inside inner wound which came from our childhood, and here to find out that wound is really very important. Otherwise, doesn't matter how much meditation I'm doing or chakra healing, third eye, if I am not able to settle those pain inside me, nothing will happen, nothing will help me, right? So this is the basic need. I'm not muted, I think.
We couldn't hear. Now it's okay. Now you're okay.
Okay, is it okay? Okay.
Yeah.
So is it okay so far? Like whatever I have explained, I think it's
the last one sentence. You said that we have pain inside.
Pardon me?
You said that we have pain inside. So
yeah, If we
Pain.
have that pain, yes. If that pain is inside, as I've given an example, if any wound is there, if someone touches here, I can just simply say that she hurted me or he hurted me. I can blame easily someone, right? Maybe in family or in society or in our office. There are so many reasons to trigger me, but there is something inside I need to check it. That what is triggering me? What is there which is unhealed from my childhood? So a small baby who needs love from mother, from father, because he cannot drive by himself, so he need love. And slowly, like if mother is not there, that pain cannot be fulfilled in later age. A small baby or uh, a baby or a teenager, they need mother's touch from 8 to 12 times in a whole day. And those kids, they stay away from their parents. Those maybe, we send them in hostel or so they don't get that love, they don't get that touch, they don't understand. They don't understand so many times. They want to express something. They want to say something, but nobody is there. And friend or teacher, they cannot fulfill that need. It is really not possible. So here, my intention is not to blame our parents, but if we understand now how we can fulfill that, because that inner child is still there inside. There is a sentence in Hindi, "Dil to bacha hai." Our heart is still bacha. It's kid. It's a small baby. Doesn't matter what is my age right now. If I'm 40, I'm 50. If still my husband hugs me, I feel that love. Or if someone is there, if husband coming from outside tired and just when a wife give a glass of water and she sit with him and just she just be with him. She don't need to say anything. But that presence make lot of difference. Right? So when we keep thinking in our free time, right? Like we are meditating for 2 hours in 24 hours. And after that, we are getting that anger. So we need to find out that why I'm getting triggered from outside, why I'm getting this anger. What is there inside which is, seeking something? After doing meditation also, because when I'm meditating for 2 hours, it's very peaceful. It's so lovely. I'm so happy inside. I gave one example, those people, they run away from family, so-called monks. They really don't know purpose of their life. They just left their home to seek peace outside, which they didn't get in family. So family is the place where Patriji called it Sansar mein Nirvan. We don't need to run after, we don't need to go anywhere. That Nirvana can be find very in this moment, at family, in home, while doing our day-to-day activities, while earning money. So why I'm telling even all these things? So it really doesn't relate with what is your age. I pay my gratitude and pranams to all senior people over here. They must have really wonderful, wisdom, knowledge. But we are equally responsible for so many things. If you are a grandparent, if we are a parent, if we couldn't fulfill something at some point of time when our kids were very small, we can fulfill those things right now also. if we couldn't get that love in our childhood, because as I said, my intention is not to blame our parents, because unknowingly they might have transformed something. They might have transferred something, not transformed, sorry. They might have transferred something which they have, maybe good or bad, right? Because they were not aware. So they in Indian culture even have gone through the same situation, that girls, they have this responsibility, they have to fulfill these things, they have to be like this. Girls, they should not laugh like this, they should not behave like this, right? And same things can be in different way for boys. Boys doesn't cry, they should not cry. But who is inside that boy, who is inside that girl? Soul, which need love and which came here to spread love. But when they don't know, when their child, something happens in such a way, if parents are fighting, every day, or if they are going through bullying and all in the school times, or maybe in college, raggings and all, we know everything, all these things. These are the not new concepts, but we need to just look at inside. If we have, because this time is really not that sufficient to take this topic. This is a very big topic. And so here, reason to heal our inner child, to take that responsibility for our own self. We cannot solve all problems, all challenges in everybody's life. But when we will be healed, we will spread that higher energy. We will spread that true smile, not fake smile. When we are in pain also, we don't express it, right? In family, a lot of time it happens when, just an example, I'm not saying all husbands must be, angry husband, but still, if they're coming from outside, having a lot of pressure, he's just shouting on wife, and after a certain period, wife will stop expressing. And then what happened? Vishuddhi chakra block when they cannot express it well. I mean, chakras are there, so all these things are very relevant to our day-to-day activities. And a husband who heard from the childhood that men or boys, they don't cry. So if they have pain also, they cannot cry. So in the maximum cases, husband or male, they get heart attacks. So why these things happen? Because they have suppressed from many years, from 30 years, 40 years, all those emotions they kept inside the carpet. And when it come out, there will be blast, right? So one thing, like the purpose of marriage, again I'll come to the same point. Why we get married? So I know you have so many answers. Of course, in earlier days, if a girl is 18, she should get married. Now, that boy, he's responsible enough, so he should get married. Or to fulfill this and that, lot of things. But why one should get married? Before marriage, we should know why we are getting married. What happens when we really don't know the purpose, when we really don't know why I need a husband in my life, why I need a wife in my life? They will mess a lot of things together. when there was a promise that we will walk together, we will grow together emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, right? But when all these things doesn't happen, we blame later that my marriage was an accident. Or nowadays, it's very common to get divorced. So the best thing ever is meditation, where we will get answer of our questions that after marriage, how life should be, or before getting pregnant for a woman, right? Meditating and attracting that right soul as our kid is very important. Otherwise, again, after teenage, even our kids get very arrogant. They don't know. So, just small example. Husband is coming from outside, he's shouting on wife. She cannot shout on her husband. So she will indirectly shout on her kid. That boy don't know what is happening. I mean, he will never understand why these things are happening. They don't get answer. A small baby girl, she's going to her mother, asking a lot of questions, and she'll just slap her. I mean, these things used to happen. I don't know nowadays also these are common or what, but these are things are going on from very long period. It's not new thing. So that conscious raising of our kids is very important to understand them. Khalil Gibran, as he said, that our kids are not our kids. They came through us, right? They came through us. We need to guide them in a right way. But they know what is right. A lot of things, if we are conscious, we will learn a lot from our kids. Everyone knows. I know here, everyone knows. But are we really conscious when we are in different situation, when some so-called negative things are happening in our life, or any challenge, are we conscious enough? So balancing that moment, taking that moment and taking our relationship in the right way at that time is really important. Otherwise, meditating 2 hours will never help us. It initially really helps us, but that awareness, that consciousness is really important. So if our inner child is crying inside, how you will understand whether you are really wounded child? Is there something? So just ask one question to you. Is anything there in your life which triggers you? Anything? Yes? Or are we really in blissful moment? Are we always blissful 24/7? Or 365 days? So, what is your answer? If you think you're really very happy, then it's really beautiful. It's really wonderful. We are fortunate, and I would say that we did really good karmas, of course. But if still something is triggering us, then there is something we need to look backward. What is there? Maybe in our childhood, or maybe after marriage, or if something happened in school time. So there is an example. Shrikant Raja sir, am I taking too much time? I think, how much time do we have now?
Yeah, another 5-10 minutes?
5 minutes is fine because you're going to translate your speech as well.
All right. So I'll give just a small example, and then I would like Kumar Swamiji to translate everything. So in Quantum Life University, there is a case study. A 35-year old lady, she came there having a fibroid in her uterus. So she was very successful. She did very good in her life and got married to a very successful man, having 2 kids. But at the age of 35, she developed that fibroid. So doctor suggested to remove it because there was no other option. So when she did this inner child healing, Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi, they suggested that if it has to happen, it will happen. Okay, fine, let's see. But what was the root cause? So when she was in womb, when she was in her mother's tummy, she was 3rd child. Already her parents, they have 2 girl children, and she was 3rd. So there was a lot of pressure from in-laws that if this time you get girl, then you have to go to your mother's place. So there was, huge trauma for that lady, or pain and fear. So that girl child was, she wanted to come on this planet Earth. She was very happy initially, but then she got fear that, oh my God, how to do now? So when she came out, she made herself understand that I had to live life. I have to live like a boy. I had to satisfy my parents. So she did very wonderful in her academy, in sports. She used to love jeans. I'm not saying wearing jeans is a wrong thing for girl, but then she, she did haircut in boy style me, and she behaved like a boy always to satisfy someone else, because someone is not accepting me as I am. To get acceptance as I am is very important. So it doesn't matter if girl or boy inside. As a parent, we should ready that whoever you are, we are ready to welcome you. Parents should communicate while mother is pregnant, because we know that story of Abhimanyu, right? Whatever he has learned when he was inside his mother womb. So all these things are really very true. Mother get communicated, mother get all these energies. Mother and that small baby, they are already energetically connected. So whatever mother feels, that baby also feel the same way. If she's going through the pain or pressure or anything. So if I'm not ready to take that responsibility, I should not get pregnant. So we should not force any lady to get pregnant. If there is a lot of pressure, if I have to balance my finance, then I should focus on that. We should not mess up this spiritual thing. We don't have that right. And if something happened, it's okay. We can solve it now. So that love and compassion we can bring in our life right now. So this is the inner child. I couldn't really express completely that what is inner child. So in short, that you need to give that love to your inner child now. And that can happen anytime. Because we cannot go back 40 years back or 20 years back. We cannot get the same love from our parents. So everything happens here. So we can be mother or parent to ourselves, and we can hug ourselves. So this is the main understanding behind inner child healing. So Kumar Swamiji, you can please translate everything, and if time permits, we will do a short meditation of inner child healing. Thank you. And I'm sorry to take a little more time.